Hi everyone. Know it's a little bit late to be giving you this video, but better late than never. Tomorrow morning we will meet for our 5th week with Child's Nature Nature School out at Wildlife Prairie Park. And we've gone to a different spot each of the first 4 weeks. Now that we have had a time visiting 4 different spots, we're going to start repeating those spots. So week 1 we went on a hike and saw the animal exhibits. Week 5 we're going to go see those same exhibits. So we're going to follow that same path and learn kind of some new things within that same setting. So it will be a familiar route to the kids. They've had 4 weeks to get familiar with the group, and we're going to keep this basic routine we've had. I know we've changed it up a little bit as we understand what the kids need and what kind of structure or what does or doesn't work for the group overall. I feel like we're dialing in a little bit on what that is, and we're going to be able to keep the structure fairly consistent going forward, and that's going to help the kids. I noticed last week that when it was time to, after we were done with our books and our journaling and kind of sharing everything, and they go sit by that metal door to wait, all the kids sat down and waited this time. And that just, to me, demonstrated that they were familiar with the routine. They were no longer worried about it, and they were able to kind of follow some of those structure, some of that structure in those expectations. So with that basic routine and the familiarity of the routine, it'll allow us to then teach them some new skills because they're not so worried about that. So we'll be doing our hello song books. Our book is going to be The Listening Walk. So we'll read that together as a group. Then we're going to go to our journal and review and label. We're going to review the journal they did in week 1. So if you remember, we went and a lot of them did drawings from the bear exhibit, or maybe some of them did drawings from Walden Pond. We're going to look at that again before we head out and kind of notice some of the things they had drawn. If they'd like, we're going to label some of the items in the journal for them, add a little bit more information, try to recall some of the things they might remember from that trip. And then we are also going to start a new page where we make a map so we all can remember a little bit how those exhibits went. The birds, we followed a path and we saw the river otters, went and saw the bears, and then we went around to Walden Pond. So we are going to draw a map out for them and have kind of maybe little circles or squares along the map that we're going to space out for them. And when we get to those spots, they can draw in them what they've seen, so they can start to put a visual from their experience onto paper. So making a map on our hike as we go out, and some of our hike is going to be quiet hiking so that we can listen, just like on the listening walk, and we're going to see what we hear. Then we will do a little bit more journaling, probably meet back at that circle area again like we did in front of the eagles, to finish our journals and share them together. One of the things I wanted to talk about was giving them an opportunity during any of those structured group times, so story time, journal sharing, even when we're making the maps. If you want to back off a little bit and let Rachel and I take over with that, we are happy to do that. Certainly you don't have to, but if one of your goals is for your child to do those things and follow the teacher's instruction, so they're having those experiences without being too clingy, we are happy to provide that for them. That's one of the opportunities they have here. So please feel free to step out or step back. If you want to even say, oh, I'm going to go have a mommy chat or something like that, we can start to work that into the program. Just whatever you feel your child is needing or what you're needing, what you're both comfortable with. The behavioral theme for today is engaging cooperation. So going back to week 1 or last week even, we talked about acknowledging feelings. So if you've done that, you've given it a word, you've acknowledged the feelings, you've granted them a wish, like I wish I could make this happen for you, and say they're still upset or still having some negative behavior, what do you do then? So we're going to talk about engaging cooperation. The first thing you would do would be describe the problem. So I'm going to take, for example, a child not walking. This happened to me twice today. So the child did not walk to the car when the activity was over. They did not want to leave because we were having so much fun. And so meltdowns happen. It's a pretty common scenario. And so you can describe the problem. You're not walking to the car. And it's time to get into the car and you don't want to. So it's kind of acknowledging the feelings, but it's a little bit more matter of fact, just describing the problem. It's time to go and you need to get in your car seat. That is the problem. It's time to go and you're on the ground having a temper tantrum and I need you to get in your car seat. You can give information. So if it were the car seat and you need to give information, let me think. Yeah, so you can explain to them that they need to get in the seat because that's where they are safe. And so give that kind of information. When you sit in the car seat, you are safe. When you don't get in the car seat, you're not safe. I need you to get in the car seat. You could say it with a word. Drop all the rest of the language because I'm being very wordy here and just say car seat. They understand by now what you're wanting. So drop everything else, say it with the word car seat. Talk about your feelings. I feel very frustrated when you don't cooperate. I need you to get in your car seat and I am sad that you are not in it because I need to leave. Or I'm hungry and I want to go get lunch, but you are not in your car seat. That makes me sad. So explain to them how it is from your perspective. And then this is something that you can do on the fly. Sometimes you can do it if you see a constant problem over and over again, but you can write a note and hand it to the child. And even if your child cannot read, you can hand them a note. Dear Lizzie, please, and you can talk about it as you're writing it. Please get in your car seat. Love, Mom. And then hand them the note. And, oh, you got a note. It says, Dear Lizzie, please get in your car seat. Love, Mom. And sometimes that works, just saying it with a note. So engaging cooperation, that's straight from the How to Talk book. You can look at that, and it will be on your cheat sheet as well. We can look for opportunities to address those together if we see them come up during group. And that is our plan for tomorrow, so I'll see you guys all then.